Welcome back, S23 Ultra. Now, I did say I was gonna, reacquire this device because I was having some issues with the one I had previous to this one. I was having some serious performance issues. Now, I made it clear, or I thought I made it clear, this is not a bad device. This is a really good device. I really like the device, but if you have a device, a premium device, and you got major performance issues, then it's time to, return it. So maybe I just got a bad unit, but overall, I actually really like the device, especially the display, the battery life, the speakers, but the performance was a major issue for me. Excuse me. So I just reacquired this. Excuse me. Just reacquired this the other day. So far, not having any performance issues. But let me say this: I decided to try this red note because I don't think I've ever had a red phone. But let me just be honest: this is not red. It's not. This is orange or salmon color or whatever. It's not red. I'm gonna be putting a skin over this because I don't like this color. I don't like it at all. It may look red on this video to some of you, and some people may say, well, it depends on how the light hit it. It doesn't matter how the light hit it. In my opinion, this thing is not red. Now, when Samsung came out, this was years ago with the Note 10 Lite, because Flossie Carter had it. That was actually a red phone. I mean, it was cherry red, and it was beautiful. So Samsung, please, if you're going to give us red, can you please give us really the red color, not orange, not salmon, really red, like cherry red, like the product red for the iPhones. Beautiful, beautiful red color. I remember OnePlus even made, a red phone one time. I don't remember what OnePlus it was, but I do remember, and it was beautiful. But this is not red, so this is going to get a skin put on it because I just don't like this color. All right, now let me say this: this phone did get updated to One UI 6.1. So I got the same AI that the S24 has. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about AI. I really don't. I know some of you out there do, but I really don't. Just to keep it real, just to keep it 100. I don't care about the AI. The thing that really already has me upset with this device is, let me see. Okay, I gotta turn it on. I want to show y'all because really, because Flossie Carter said something about this the other day. When he did his review, and I completely agree with him. The always on display is terrible. Samsung completely screwed up the always on display. They totally screwed it up. Look at this crap. First, I'm getting all these different colors, which I don't want. And look, the notifications are all white. Like, what is that? Samsung, what are you doing? And then when I went to bed last night, I could barely even see the always on display. Let me show you the difference. This is my Z Fold 4. You see the difference with the always on display? You see how big and bright it is? You see that the notifications are actually colored? See how just bright and vivid this is? This is crap. Now, Samsung, if you're watching or you're listening or whatever, please go back to this. Go back to the old always on display. Let me show you something else. So when you go here into always on display, you see here, all you got is show music information, how often to show the always on display, about always on display. That's it. I mean, what happened to the options? Now, look, let me show you what I'm talking about. It's crazy, man. Samsung, like I said, they always take a step forward and take two steps back all the time. This is what I keep talking about. Oh, let me turn the brightness down a little bit. Sorry, y'all. I got the extra brightness boosted up. Let me turn that down. I don't want to blind nobody because I like my phones bright. Let me turn that down. Okay. So let me see. Okay, I can go back to, should be down here at the bottom, always on display. Okay. See the options you got: tap to show, show always, show a schedule, show for notifications, clock style. You don't even have the clock style on here. The clock style's not even on here. Like, where are the options? Hold up. I must have just lost it. Where are the options? They just took away. There's no options on here to do anything with this. Nothing. Like, what is this? Hold up. I don't know. Sorry, y'all. Everything. I'm just so annoyed right now. So you got clock style. You got show music information. You got screen orientation. You got auto brightness, which they took away. So I can have this go as bright as I want. That's why it's so bright, as y'all saw it. They took away that option. So you can't even make it as bright as you want to. I could turn it down, but I like my always on display bright. So they took away auto brightness, you know, and they took away the clock style. Like, there's no clock style on this thing. So how am I going to change the clock style when there's nothing on here? Like, there's nothing here. And I don't want it to be orange and red, like constantly changing colors. I just want my regular always on display. But Samsung screwed this up. Like, I don't. And why are we just getting white notifications? Like, how do you go from having the best always on display to one of the worst, as far as I'm concerned? Look how dim this thing is. I mean, I'm so irritated right now. I'm so annoyed. I really am. I'm really annoyed. I'm really annoyed. How do you go from this? Just shut this thing off. How do you go from this? How do you go from this to this? I mean, seriously? I could barely see this at night. When I wake up in the middle of the night to check the time, I want to be able to see it. I can barely see it with how dim this thing is. And then for all the notifications to be white, like, see, this is why I get so perturbed with Samsung. These are the reasons why. I mean, I like them as a company, but they just make some dumb decisions. I don't like this. And now some of you out there may not care. Some of you out there may not even use the always on display. I heavily rely on the always on display. I've always said Samsung has the best always on display in the business. No longer, unless you got an older model. Now, this is supposed to get updated for One UI 6.1. No way. I'm not updating until Samsung goes back to the old always on display. I'm not updating to One UI 6.1 on this phone. I'm not doing it because I don't want to lose that great always on display. Now, some of you may think, oh man, why are you tripping over? Look, it's my device. I can trip over whatever I want. I can be disgusted with whatever I want to be disgusted with. And you can do the same with your device. We all have different needs. The always on display is important to me. And I just hate how Samsung always does something really great for a really long time. And then they take two steps back. Just like with this S Pen. I hate that the S Pen is on the left side. It should be on the right side where it always was. You know, I hate that. Figure out something with the camera. Make the camera smaller. Move the cameras in the middle. Do something. Put the S Pen back on the right where it belongs. But of course, they take two steps back, one step forward. I don't like this. Okay, I hate this. I really do. Now, I got a comparison coming up. And of course, some of you may know, but it's going to be the OnePlus 12 versus the S23 Ultra. But I'm going to do it a little different than I have been doing it for the last few years. I'm not going to sit them both down and go this, then that. No, I'm going to say how many reasons this is better than this. How many reasons this is better than this. I'm going to do it that way. So it's going to be two separate videos. But they're going to be, going head to head. And I could already tell you now, one already has a huge leg up as far as I'm concerned. But I'm not going to say which one that is. But that's coming really soon. But just to say again, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant, but I'm just so annoyed by how they screwed up this always on display. I just had to talk about it. But welcome back, S23 Ultra. So far, I'm not having those performance issues that I was having with the one I had before this one. So far, it's running really good, smooth, fast. no glitches, no stuttering, no issues like that. Because the one I had before this one, the performance issues was really bad. And there was no way I could keep that device. But hopefully this one will keep working fine. If this one start giving me performance issues too, then I'm just done with it. I'm just done. All right. So thank you all for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. Hope everybody out there staying safe, staying well, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.